Yes, sir. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity. As Mr. Sumeshji told that he has given you all that this regarding the imports, regarding that power tool industry, but we are in a bit different. It's although that end customers are same, but our industry, we are in hand tool industry. And as of now, that you can say that Osho Tools is the India's largest manufacturing company in India in our sector. That means in the hand tools. And recently, that you can say that pre-COVID, we were having one project that we were installing here. That was that plating plant. It's the most mechanized, most modern this plating plant we have installed in India. It has got an average capacity of 10,000 metric tons per day, which is a huge this capacity. And I think with this, we will be you can say that in India, it will be a revolution for that hand tool industry, that we are providing such a good quality of plating, and also that already we are manufacturing the quality hand tools, and it will give also an advantage for us in exports. Regarding that problems, as an manufacturer, we are facing much more problems than as Mr. Sumeshji told, that they are only traders. They have got limited dependence on the labor. But our entire factory depends on the labor only, and labor is a big issue at this time. See, if you see that pre-COVID, we were having a workforce of 2,000 to 2,500 in our this one unit. But post-COVID, it has reduced up to 400, 500. That means our production capacity has reduced to 1/4. And it's not that only 1/4. It's that also that if you see that one manufacturing one unit, I can take an example. If we are manufacturing this pen, it has got say 10 these steps, then 10 processes in which we manufacture. We have got labor for 3 processes or 5 processes. In between, we have got that missing labor for 2 processes. That is not coming. That means that entire line we get disturbed. It's a big challenges. These are the big problems that every manufacturer in India is facing. And on the other side, the government is not allowing. They have restricted the transports, although that for our company that we have paid the transportation from UP, Bihar, that you know that most of the technical people that we get from the UP and Bihar only, we paid them here, but still we are not getting that required number of people that is required for manufacturing. Yes, there is I can say that there is again that smoothness in demand, that market is again growing. There is an handsome growth in that hand tools, and there are the vast opportunities in the hand tool market. But the problem is that without the government support, without these things, that small things, which is nobody is taking care of, that that factory owner has to take all these steps which are not in their hands, but they have to provide all these things for that labors and all this. So currently we are in a situation where you cannot say that we are very much comfortable, but we are trying trying our level best. We are making everything. We are making that labors available for all processes. So we are making our production in such a way that whatever the demand we were having the pre-COVID is also maintained. That production level is post-COVID. Right now we are in September, and pre-COVID and post-COVID production levels we have at this moment, we have balanced these things. But still there are opportunities, there are problems. It's a part and parcel of life. We are meeting the both. Where we have got opportunities, we try to capture them. Where we have got the problems, we try to resolve them. But as of now, I see that there is a good opportunity. The hand tool industry is growing very well. And also not only in India, we have got exports. Export market is growing. And if it continues like this, India will be definitely, they will lead in hand tool industry. Currently, if I say that power tool industry, Mr. Sumesh Mittal, he might be knowing that China is the leader. But in hand tool industry, definitely India is the leader. This is the big advantage we have got.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Surinder.
Mr. Shailesh, there is one query from one Mr. Amit Singh. He asks that, do you think that it is right time to think about manufacturing power tools in India? I want to answer him. I don't know that whether he's online or he's not online, but
Please
I want
go
to
ahead.
answer him. Yes,
Please go.
there is a huge opportunity for the power tools in India. Indian market is approximately 15,000 crores. Power tool market is about 15,000 crores, and there is an 10,000 crores of consumables which are used in power tools. That means the total industry is for 25,000 crores. There is a huge market. I don't know that why the government is not seeing towards that all this can be manufactured in India, and India has got very great potential in manufacturing. But the problem is that we are not having the support of the government. So all this revenue directly goes to China. Their economy grows, and we are going down day by day. I think, Mr. Amit, you might have got this answer.
Rajesh, just hold on.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
actually, I want
Mr. Gupta, if you can.
First of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Krishnan, that we have got great regards for Taparia tools, and in a lot of ways that we can we don't have got any hesitation in admitting that Taparia is that market leader current now, and we abide by that. And please go on leading us like this, so that the entire industry depends on you, that how we are doing. It is all the good jobs, the good market strategy that Taparia is adopting. We are following you, and we are grateful for that. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's the both things, quality and cost effectiveness, because that China is always better quality and cheaper in prices. The only thing is that if you go to end customer has got nothing that whether it is from India or it is from China. He wants, okay, this is cheap and this is better quality. He takes that. He is not bothered whether it has been imported in dollars, it has been imported in rupees, it is from China, it is from Taiwan, or it is from Germany. Yes, if he finds something that suits his pocket, definitely he will go for that. Yeah, I have got 2-3 questions. That one is that how to compete with the China if manufacturing in India power tools. I think if there is an abundance of manufacturing plants in India, definitely it will develop, the clusters will be developed itself. That I'm giving the small example. If you take the hand tools, we have got different industry. Anybody can start hand tools in Ludhiana or in Jalandhar, because for every process he has got an outsource. If he has to do plating, he can get plating outsourced. If he have to do heat treatment, he can do that outsource. If he had to get that forging, he can do it outsource, and he can do 2 or 3 processes inside, and rest of processes he can outsource. The same should be with the power tools. And one more that question is that why that people depend on government, because there is a huge requirement of you can say that capital in terms of land, in terms of this machinery, in terms of this building, and it's a very huge investment. I don't think that any big businessman will invest here in India unless and until government does not go for any big manufacturer worldwide, make some MOUs with him and get him, call him to India so that he sets up plant in India. Only then power tools will be shifted to India. One big plant is set up anywhere, then small things will start developing in the cluster. Okay, one will manufacture armature, one will manufacture any that check or whatever that parts are there. When all these start developing, then they will say, supply to another, and within a span of 5 or 10 years, that India will be also manufacturing great big power tools. But if you are saying that we will depend on China, and I think that it has got no ending. At all costs, that India immediately need to tie up with some big multinational companies who has got big technology, who has got a huge range. Let them come to India, set up their plant, give them that place, give them everything. Then the cluster will be automatically developed, because they will be depending on that local industries for the small items. And with this, that over a period of some time that the cluster will be developed. Yeah. Actually, I'm having that a lot of these on my site. One is Mr. From Ajay Goswami, Ajay Industries, that Jalandhar. He's also saying that we need to make cluster of power tools as suggested, that we should make one area of hand tools and government make this as thrust area and offer loan at very low rate of interest. Sir, we are also discussing this, that government has to take first initiative and only then the industry will follow. It's not that it is not, because currently if you are saying that it's not possible for any this businessman to set up a power tool industry in India, because the price difference is so much that he will not even take over this cost for next 5 years, 10 years, because no businessman will invest in even a single penny if he does not see the return on that. And if you make that costing, if you see the cost sheet, that cost, manufacturing cost for a power tool will be much more than what we are buying from China. So it's the government who has to take that initiative. Government has to give that some support to the manufacturer. Once this any industry is established in India, then definitely there will be cluster. We will be less dependent on that. That all comes after that. We will be less dependent on that China. We will be less dependent on that other countries which are supplying power tools to India. But first and foremost, that government has to take a big initiative. They have to invite some big industries so that they can get the technology, they can get everything here. See, if you see that Maruti was once that it was brought like that only, and after that India is the biggest manufacturer of four-wheelers in world now. Same will be the power tools, but unless and until there will be not some imported technology, some people who have to set up a plant with that latest technology, we will not be able to set up this industry in India. We will if it will not happen, we will always have to depend on the China at whatever prices they are doing, we have to abide by them.
The panelists to join.
Mr. Shalendraji, I have got a lot of queries on my board.
So
I
Mr.
wanted
Rajesh,
to reply them, and only that I want them. Just if anybody has got any this, you have got my mail ID. You have got. I can discuss with anybody. Just you have to forward them that.